Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pap's Farm. Yes, it's back. It's back from the dead. And what we are going to do is we're going to trade in this old truck, and if we are able to haul it, I'm not 100% sure that we'll be able to, but if we're able to haul it, I may also haul the loading wagon because, sad to say it, we are going to be getting rid of those pieces of equipment. It's time to upgrade a few things, and one thing I want to do now that we have this tractor is get a baler, and we can make grass bales. Those will keep better. Not quite sure what we're stuck on here. Okay. Can we back up? No. Alright, well that's an inauspicious start back. We may have to just sell it out of the field, which is fine. You know what? Maybe we'll just sell them both out of the field. I also want to sell this front log grab because it was not working. So we'll sell the truck and uh, we'll sell the truck as well as the loading wagon. Now, it might look like I'm clicking around a lot here because I've actually been playing FS22, and I imagine many of you have as well. So it's a little bit more difficult to remember where everything is. But um, the only thing we have leased is this trailer. Now, let me talk about that for a minute. So we got this trailer, and we got the log grab there, with the idea being, let's drop a bunch of these white trees, we'll make a bunch of money, it's going to be great. But the log grab is so poor. Any of you that have actually played FS19 know about this. The log grab is so poor that it's not working. So we are going to sell the loading wagon. I think we only paid $700 for it, so that's well worth it. And then the truck, I don't know if we want to sell that right this minute. I believe there's a different version of that truck that I'd like to check out. But long story short, what we want to do today is cut this front area and maybe, if we can, windrow it and bale it. So what I'm going to do is run this log fork up to the store in a little bit. We'll run this log fork up to the store, and then we will bring back. Well, actually, I'm wondering if the bale spike here would be enough. I may not need to get a bale spike and pallet or pallet forks up there. I don't know, but I definitely want to use this old tractor. Since I've been playing FS22, I really missed using the old equipment. So we're gonna get this going. A bunch of the grass grew back. The other thing I want to do here soon, actually, I'm going to do a bit of landscaping on What the heck is going on? My camera is like violently going to the right. Alright. Don't know what caused that. I've been playing this game a long time and I've never had that happen. So we want to switch over to painting, and then we want, oh, that's the wrong way. We want to go with just grass, right? Get rid of those. And let's maybe clean up those bushes around that tree. We'll do a bit more of this later, but that's just going to get us started. Alright, so now we already have a path here from when we did the first lap, but I want to get a nice good cut here, and then we'll get the windrower and the baler, and we'll get some grass bales stacked up for the sheep just to have on hand to give them when they need them. And then maybe we can do another cut later where we turn them into silage bales and sell them. I think you can sell silage bales on this. I know that I've been able to sell them on FS22, and it's been a nice little bit of income. There's so much in this there's so much that you can do in this game because of mods that sometimes I forget what things are standard and what things are in different games and aren't in different games. But I just wanted to say thank you to anybody that returned to the series with me. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus there, largely because I got the new game, and because I wasn't sure if I was going to continue this save or not. But there are still some mods that I have on this save that I want to try that I haven't yet, so that's gonna be the motivating factor for the most part for me. And hopefully you guys will enjoy checking them out. I know a lot of times it comes down to, you know, the comment section ends up being, where'd you get this mod and where'd you get that mod? And as you can probably tell, I don't know where I got all of these. Most of them came from various Facebook groups that I'm a part of. This is a 350, 450, whatever this one is. It's from a Facebook group. Okay, that has been recently cut enough that it won't cut anything right now. So come back down here. I'm thinking we should be able to get at least three bales out of this, which is good. You know, we're not looking. I can't remember if I'm going to be able to. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to afford a windrower, but not a baler. That's, you know, kind of the frustrating thing about this size farm, not yet a farm. It just costs so much money. Like, I really want to get a subsoiler and a planter and get a real proper crop in. But any crop that I put in here is going to need to be harvested. So you have to buy a harvester. So even something like a root crop, you know, unless I go out and get a mod that is, you know, especially designed to be cheap, anything in the base game is going to cost a fair bit of money. I mean, there are harvesters. I've got a John Deere harvester mod that sells for like 28,000 or something like that, which, you know, if you look up in the top right corner, we're almost there. So it's possible that what we could do is just keep plugging away at these, sell a few trees. Uh, Eventually, we'll have enough wool that we can sell the wool. We could chip away at it, or we could just take out a loan, buy all the stuff, and use all the stuff. I'll have to take a look at the harvesters and see if there's any that I'm dying to use, and see how much they cost, see if it's feasible for us. But I really, after I get this grass off of this field, I do want to put in an actual field here and an actual field on the upper section of this land. And we'll have our sheep there in the middle and our little yard that I would like to, if I can, again, fund it, if I can find a way to make it work, I would like to also put in a shed, like make it feel like a farm with a barn. Actually have some storage for our equipment, and then stretch goal, if you will. Eventually, I think it'd be great to put a house on the property, since we've been sleeping in a tent this whole series. But you got to do what you got to do. It feels a lot more like a farm now that we've got the sheep. I will admit that. It definitely has made it feel a lot more alive, so I'm glad for that. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and put this over here. There's more grass to cut up top, but I don't really want to do that right now. Okay, I'm going to head on up to the store and grab us a windrower and a baler and sell this grapple off the front, and I'll see you in a minute. Well, here we are. We're back, and it's a bit of a strange setup the way I have it here. Don't worry, it was just for transportation's sake. We got ourselves a vintage. Sorry about the trees. We got ourselves a vintage setup here. This would probably look better on the old 360, but since this is the tractor we have here, we're gonna go with it. You might notice that I traded in the log fork and got a new universal bucket. Now, I've used this rake in the past, and sometimes it does miss spots, which is okay. We're trying our best with what we can afford right now. This was considerably cheaper than other windrowers. If I remember right, it seems to work a little bit better uphill than downhill, I think, something like that. We just want to make it perfect, slightly easier on ourselves when we're baling. The baler that I got is gonna make us small square bales that we can then pick up. We'll probably put them on that trailer, actually, or we could put them in the old truck. I bet they'd fit in the back of the truck, and then we can feed the sheep out of that. Maybe we'll do that instead of trading in the truck right away. But this is working out not great. It's sort of making piles where it wants to, more than making windrows. But it seems to be doing okay here. It just didn't really like some of these sections. I'm really curious how many, 1,000 liters this is, like how many bales it's going to make, how long it'll keep our The camera. The camera angles are killing me today. Because I don't want to be driving the baler around for an hour trying to pick up all these little random bits. And in fact, I can use the bucket to get a bunch of them if it comes to that. But then you'll see, I don't know if it's like speed related, and before anybody leaves a comment, you only have up and down on the height for this thing. So it is what it is. I guess we'll just leave it up here and I'll get to baling. Okay, that wasn't exactly how I drew that up, but here we are. Okay, hit X and get it unfolded. Now they do make a wagon for this, which I could have purchased, but I figured the kind of budget operation we're running here, we'll just make the bales and pick them up when they fall out the back. If we get, what do we think, like 10 bales? That'd be 6,000 liters. That would be alright with me. Anything more than 10 bales, I would say, is bonus. Like I said, we do have the upper field that we could always use if we need to, need to or want to. Let's see if we can get that big honking chunk back there. Kind of. Alright, so we dropped our first bale. Yeah, we're not going to get 10. We might get, well, there's a second bale. Third. Fourth. I bet we'll get, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're just making progress. A little bit at a time. I actually haven't looked at the sheep to see what they need. I think the last episode, I want to say I topped them off with the loading wagon, which is why it was stuck earlier. That didn't really do what it was supposed to. Oh well. Could always come back up here with the bucket, like I said. Oh, we're gonna run into that bale. Hopefully it will. Perfect. Bump to the side. Okay. We're pretty good. Actually, 10 may have been a really good guess. Look at that. Man, that's really coming in. Let's go around here. Turn around tight, I hope. So once we have a bit of sheep feed, we can take a look at, so we have 18,000 now with the sheep currently making wool and plenty of standing timber if we need it. We have $115,000 debt to somehow sort out how to pay off. So we got to pay off the debt. I know some of you are probably going to be like, just sell the dang tractor that puts you into that debt, because we can, now that we got rid of the loading wagon, we can run all this stuff with the old tractor. But I do like using this tractor, so let's see if we can't finagle away. See if we can't find a way to make it work. Alright, let's see if we can finish up this bale. Oh, there it went. Okay, definitely finished up that bale. Is there one more bale worth here? Potentially. It's probably gonna... I can't see. Control Z, please. Cannot tell you the number of times I have tried or thought, how can I just undo what I've just done playing this game? Well, if you're here for the realistic gameplay, let me tell you, I'm sorry. Okay, got that flipped up, and this is flipped over. Okay. Well, I have over 400 hours in this game, and I have to say this is the first time I've ever flipped a baler. Okay. With that happy accident behind us, I think what we'll do now is get the bales loaded into the back of the old truck, and we'll take it over and park them beside the sheep. Okay, that didn't toss quite like I intended. But a nice sensible stack could be great. Or, instead of a nice sensible stack, oh boy, that went straight over. Instead of a nice sensible stack, we could just toss them. How many are up here? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. Now these are grass bales, not hay. We may make some hay. Okay, that didn't work how I thought. We might make some hay bales next time. I don't know that the sheep care though, so I'm not going to do the extra step if the sheep don't care. By the way, I mentioned earlier that we're going to sell this truck, and I know the mod maker, and we've had some conversations about it, and this was one of the first mods he ever made, and so he admits that there's some things that he would do differently if he was to make it now. And I think I appreciate that sentiment myself, as somebody who tried to edit. I didn't even try to make mods, I just tried to edit mods. Broke pretty much everything I touched. I have all the respect in the world for the guys that bring us these incredible mods. It makes the game 100 times more fun. And truth be told, until some of the more old school things get brought to FS22, I understand why people are still playing the older game. I don't know. Jeez. I don't really want this video to turn into a FS22 conversation video, but let's just say I can't throw a bale very well. Let's just say I've enjoyed both games for very different reasons. I think the Giants would be okay with me saying that. But they are both unique games designed with their own kind of plan in mind. Alright, I did not count these, but it's more than 10, which is what I was hoping to get. So, GG. Love that. Wow, the bales on top there are... It's not letting me strap. So, looks like we're going to have to come back over for these. Wow, that camera collision with the trees is just awful. So I'm just going to park this here in the yard, and it's not too far to walk up there. To feed the sheep. So I think we'll call it there. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Bluebelly. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.